Howdy folks, welcome to the Gold Coast Art School. My name is Stephen. Now as promised, with our colour mixing journey that we've been taking, we're going to do this one and it's called Scorcher. Looking at our range of colours here, we've got our green yellow, we've got our orange yellow, we've got our orange red and our violet red. We have violet blue, green blue, black and a tertiary burnt sienna. Out of all those, probably the closest, and don't judge it by the labels, always take the top off to have a look what the colour is. The closest one I reckon will be vermilion. If you look at these, top's already off, obviously red. Let's start with this one. So put a bit of blob of that down. Clearly it's too red. Let's stick a little bit of yellow with it. Change fingers, adding the yellow. Oh, getting close already, look at that. This doesn't always happen, but with obvious colours sometimes it does. It's almost at the stage, and I've only done added one colour. It looks the same. My guess is it's not. I think there's something missing, but we'll just do a test anyway, little finger test. It's very close, isn't it? Except for one thing, it's too dark. Yep. And just looking at that generally, I said to Jess before, I think this one's got a bit of yellow, a bit of red, and a whisker of white. So what I'm going to do is add just a tiny bit of white. Now I've been in this problem before where I've thought, oh yeah, I'll just chuck a little bit of white in and suddenly it goes totally the wrong way. And in this case, I'll probably end up with an apricot. So I'm being very careful. So I'm just going to put a little bit of white in there. And as before, I'm leaving a little half circle there. Now that's excited the yellow, hasn't it? Now it's looking too yellow to me. Look at that. That's interesting. So again, because we're in the, just to prove the point, sometimes you can't tell just by looking at the palette. And if you've got a large swatch like this one's pretty big, you can just go and put a little test patch. Now you can see quite clearly that's too pale, and by comparison it looks apricot-y. What's the problem? Well, we've lost sight of the original red, so I'm going to put some of that red back in there, okay? Because we've got the orange happening, it's just a tiny, the balance has gone in favour of the yellow, and that's what happens. And when you add the white, it excites that, makes it more obvious. Make sure that finger's clean. Now you see that's just a little bit warmer than the previous step. Yeah, it's looking grubby, isn't it? I can see blue there now. So I think what's happened, I was doing some more colour mixing, and I think by accident some blue snuck in there. So I'm going to open up the vermilion again and put a nice fresh blob there so I don't have that problem. And also, we're going to put a bit of yellow, and then I'm going to side mix a bit of just pure orange, no white. It might go too dark now, but let's see. So I'm going to put that down there. And a little bit of yellow. It doesn't need the yellow. And then so you've got a nice scorcher orange, and I'll just chuck that in there and just see what that does. Quite marginal, we're getting terribly subtle here. And I still think that's too yellow. Wipe that off. I'll try it. Actually, we're getting close, but now it looks too pink, doesn't it? So there's still blue getting there, more orange. Well, we're getting close, but I think there should be just a tiny bit more white in there. And I have to be very careful because you know what happens. It can go very chalky very quickly. When you're dealing with reds, particularly reds, they're a very strong colour, but they're sometimes a weak pigment, and it'd be amazed how quickly just a little dab of white will turn that into that, which is wrong. Look at that, hardly any white, and now we've got apricot. All right, I've been here before. It's not a problem. We just go back to our original mix, which is the vermilion, tap, tap. I'll just put some more down to make sure. A little bit of yellow. Oh, look what I did to our yellow. Very naughty. Should have changed fingers. Might be all right. Try that. Too light, isn't it, Jess? So after a while when you're doing this, you start to get a little bit, raises your sensitivity to colours, and you start to get a bit intuitive about things. So we get to that, which has got more of a blush to it. Let's see what that does. Oh, getting very quick now. Very close. I think, I'll do that again. It is close, but could have a whisker of white, and I really mean a whisker.
Yeah, barely anything.
I tried doing it before, and you know what happened. So I'm just tapping off the excess, going in there. Oh, I think I went too far. I'll just grab that back again. It's where I was before. All right. And work that white. I'm cheating a bit by taking the white back, but I think I went too dark.
Whoop.
Perfect!
Ah!
I think we're there. I do. Yeah, we are.
Yep, we're there.
Yay!
Yay!
You wouldn't think so, because it still looks too yellow, but when you see it, the proof of the pudding.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, all right. Well, that was fun.
Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
You can go and check out the other videos that we have about mixing colours on our channel.
Yep.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye.